Right, so welcome everybody to the first week of the Bike Like Me online training sessions for beginner women. My name is Elaine Cahill and I'm the Women in Sport Officer for Cycling Ireland, and Laura Daly is back for the next 6 weeks, which I'm so excited, and I think the women who had you last time are excited to have you back, going from all the emails that was coming in to have you, Laura. So welcome everybody. It's great to see so many people signed up. There's at the minute there's over 140 people signed up, which is awesome. So a lot of people can't join us live, but they'll be getting the recording. So we look forward to to having everyone back. I'm not going to delay any further. Just a reminder to make sure that you keep yourselves on mute. And that just helps in terms of the recording for people watching back. If you do have any questions, please feel free to put them into the chat box, and then I'll pick them out and ask Laura at appropriate times. But yeah, be as chatty as you want in that chat box. We love to hear from everybody. And yeah, Laura, I'll hand you over to you.
Okay, thanks, Elaine. Hi, everyone. So my name is Laura. Some of you might have known me from before, but if not, I'll just briefly go through my story again. So I was a Bike Like Me advocate at the very start. So it was a program that was designed to help get more women into cycling. And by the looks of it, I think it has worked, which is great. But we're just going to try and keep obviously progressing that. And these Zooms are a great way of doing it, really. So currently, I'm actually over in the UK now. I'm doing quite a lot of more triathlon training, but I always love my cycling. So every Sunday I'll be out on a ride or even Saturday, but mainly Sunday. So that will be kind of my training setup. I do quite a lot of these turbo sessions on my own, not in this room though, downstairs in a dingy garage. Everyone seems to have a nice setup though by the looks of it, which is great. So with the session today, guys, just make sure before we get into it, you have your water or juice, whatever you have a towel ready because it will get sweaty, and make sure you have some ventilation. So I have window cracked a little bit, just allow some air to get through, because with the turbos, you don't really get a rest because you're cycling all the time. So just allow for that, allow that ventilation and get ready to go, okay? So today's session, guys, is warm-up based. The purpose of this is to deliver you a really good warm-up that'll get your body ready for the session. So all we're doing now is literally just spinning your legs, nice and easy. You shouldn't be pushing too hard, should be able to talk, chat, all you want to do, okay? So I'm just going to explain a few terms before we get into it, because I will be saying these quite a lot. So first one is RPE, rate of perceived exertion. So this will be on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being super duper easy, 10 being, oh my God, this is impossible. So that's what we want to base ourselves off. A lot of this session, by the looks of it, is about the 3, 4, 5, 6. So middling, you feel you're working, and then towards the 6, 7 above, you're pushing hard, okay? So just kind of go off how you feel. I will be repeating this scale all the time so everyone knows. Next term before we get into it, cadence. So cadence, the unit of cadence is RPM, revolutions per minute. That essentially means how many times the bottom of your foot hits the bottom of the pedal stroke in a minute. So how you can count this is in 6 seconds, count how many times your foot hits the bottom. So if everyone wants to give it a go, we can go in 3, 2, 1, and 6 seconds. And stop. So multiply that by 10, and that is your cadence. So your minute cadence, your revolutions per minute. I will be saying this quite a lot through it, so just so you're aware, but I will repeat again what all these terms mean. Okay, guys, I think we are ready to get into it. First interval, 2 minutes, RPE 2, nice and easy as we're doing, 75 to 85 cadence, okay? I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So nice and easy. First interval, 2 minutes, spinning the legs, 75 to 85 cadence. As I said again, if you didn't get a chance to count the last one, pick 6 seconds, multiply by 10. So the reason for this high cadence is to get the blood flowing at the start of the session, but it's still easy. You shouldn't feel like you're pushing too hard. 2 is comfortable, talking, full sentences, easy. So spinning the legs, getting nice and warm. And guys, if you have questions, feel free to throw them in. I'll do my best to get in within the intervals, but we also have a 13-minute spin down at the end, so plenty of time, okay? So coming up on the minute, keep on spinning the legs. So looking good, everyone. So try and keep that core nice and tight, but on the saddle. Yeah, now we're tightening up, good. Sit well done, everyone. So try and get that cadence on point, 75 to 85. We have 45 seconds left of this. Sit well done, everyone. Super. Looking strong from what I can see. Lovely. Think of it as a nice rhythm, circles with your legs. Continuous push down, pull up, push down, pull up. Well done. Sick, guys, you're doing a great job. Super. If anyone's watching my legs, I'm just a little bit higher. I'm about 90, but I'm going to slow down to 85 just to show. Super. Okay. Next one, guys, in 3, 2, 1. All I want to do is just spin a little faster. Keep that cadence 75 to 85, but aim for a little bit higher, pushing it a little bit more. This is RPE 3. So just a little bit more push, but you can still talk, you can still chat. You should still be having fun, not sweating too much yet. Sick, guys, well done. Looking strong, everyone. Good to be back, isn't it? Well done, guys. Sit. Always remember that strong core, the strong tummy. Core is what stabilizes you. So we don't want to be rocking side to side. Keep it nice and tight, but also relax the shoulders. Try not to tense up too much. There. Super. Less than a minute left of our second interval, guys. Nice work. Super. Lovely. So this is called a ramp warm-up, and this essentially just means activating every part of your body, getting the blood flowing, mobilizing the joints, and just increasing the intensity. It just prepares you better for the session. If you don't activate the muscles you're going to use, they'll be a bit tired when you try to go push them hard, and it'll take them longer to wake up. So this way, when you do want to push it, the muscles are ready to go. So great one to do whenever you want to do a session. So this is why it was designed. You can pick it out and put it in front of the session. Nice and easy. 15 seconds left, guys. Well done. Next 2 minutes, we're coming on RPE 4. Again, full sentences, maybe a little tougher. And we're going 80 to 90. Let's go. Up in it again, spinning the legs. If anyone is unsure of what I'm saying, please do let me know and I can re-explain. I have no problem with that. So everyone should be on RPE 4 and a cadence of 80 to 90. So that's a little bit faster. I'm on 87 if you're watching my legs. Coming up about 90. Super, well done, everyone. So it is important to have a good strong cadence, as it is a rhythm. You want to just keep those legs pushing around, because when it comes to harder power and really pushing on those pedals, it makes it a little bit easier to keep on moving them. Well done, everyone. Super. Should be nice and easy. Shouldn't see anyone really pushing it yet. Don't worry, we will have the chance, even on the first day. Good work, less than a minute. Less than a minute of interval 3. Well done, everyone.
I just seen there, Laura, in the chat. Somebody said, "Hi all, first time here." So it's really great to have new people here. This is what, a third or fourth round of these online training programs. So a lot of familiar faces, but also when I was looking through the registration list, that there was a lot of new people. So welcome to all the first timers.
Oh, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. You're doing great. Let us know how you get on for your first one. 15 seconds, guys. So are we staying in gear? So it depends on what you feel you are going to push. So in 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, same cadence, increasing the intensity a little bit more. If you want to increase the intensity, you can change the gears. I have it on my phone so that I increase the power, but it's whatever you have. So if you want to go from RPE 4 to RPE 6, maybe you might go up a gear. But if you want to go from 4 to 5, you may just need to spin a little faster. So it's completely up to you. If you're not sure of what you have, let me know and I can tell you exactly how to make it harder. Don't worry. Sick, guys, well done. Keep on spinning the legs. Really nice work. So we're at RPE 5, spinning the legs. Or RPE, 5 I should say, 80 to 90, legs spinning. Do you have an app for it? Yes, I do. So I have a TAC Turbo Trainer, and that has a TAC app. So I can actually show you if everyone see. It looks like this. And I have my power, my heart rate, because I do use heart rate as well, speed, cadence, and then I can press a button that goes plus, and it increases it, or minus, and it decreases it. That's how I use mine, but I can still use the gears if I want. It's completely up to you and what sort of turbo system you have. Everything is different, I guess, but this is a smart turbo trainer. Other ones, you will just need to use the gears to make it harder. Well done, guys. 15 seconds, and we're on interval number 5. 10 seconds. This is RPE of 6. Harder now, 85 to 95. So let's see a little bit of sweat going, and let's go. Spin those legs. 85 to 95 should feel fast. I'm at 95, so it should be a nice, good, fast spin. Still, tummy nice and tight, foot on the saddle. Well done, guys. So 6 should be quite tough. You should be able to speak sentences, but not much more after that. Well done. Super. 6, guys. This is a little push for this one. Well done. Looking strong, tummy's tight. Super. Coming up on a minute left. Well done, everyone. Okay. Doing great for the first session, I have to say. This is a nice one, but it's also quite tough with all the intervals. This. Less than a minute, guys. Well done. Super. Looking strong. That's 45 seconds. The next interval, I'll just explain it now. It is a 90-second interval. It is RPE 5 to 6. So you can just keep on the same one if you want. And the cadence is 85 to 95. So it's the exact same, but just the option to back it off a little bit before we go into a faster spin interval. So that's not for another 20 seconds. 15 seconds. So if you want to decrease the gear, you can. If you want to just stick with the same, little lower cadence, that's fine as well. So one more time, guys, 90 seconds, 5 to 6, 85 plus, and let's go. Keep on spinning the legs. Well done. If you are finding the cadence tough on the first night, don't worry, you will get used to it. I know I found it very tough to have high cadence at the start, but stick with it. It does get a bit easier. Just spinning the legs, getting into that rhythm. Well done. So if I can see people working, that's good. We're working, but we're not going all out. Super. Less than a minute, as this is only a 90-second one. Super. We have one more 30-second interval of a good intensity, then we'll back it off. We'll get our sip of water and relax a bit. So guys, really nice work. Keep those legs spinning. Remember, we're at 85 to 95 cadence. Looking strong, well done. Super, so I'm on the upper end in 95 if anyone is watching my legs. Really good. Already less than half an hour in the session as well. Super work for anyone on their first night. Quick guys, 10 seconds. Okay, lovely. 30 seconds, we're going 6 to 7, 110. And let's go. Spin the legs fast as you can. Sit. Keep the core tight. I'm at 115 if anyone is watching my legs. Super. Sit guys, 15 seconds left. Don't worry, you're not going to fly off the saddle. Just keep it nice and tight. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And back it off a little bit. Bring that cadence down. Bring that effort down. 3 to 5 minutes, or 3 to 5, I should say, RPE. Nice and easy. 2 minutes. And let's get a little sip of water, guys. Well done. Super stuff. Good stuff. We're all drinking. I like to see that. Does get warm. You do get dehydrated quite fast. Well done. Super, guys. Keep on spinning the legs. Super. We're going to gradually increase the leg speed again, not so much the intensity. So take this time to relax, focus on getting a nice high cadence as you're going throughout these intervals. So again, this one should be RPE of 3 to 5, not as tough as before, still a little bit tough, but you can still chat a bit. And you're going with that cadence of 80 to 90. And I'm 85 if anyone is watching my legs. Well done, everyone. So, everyone's sticking with us as well. This, good work. Looking strong, guys. Tummy tight. Super. We're coming on 20 seconds. I know this is very interval-y, but after a few minutes, we will have a good long interval for a little chat and questions that you may have, okay? So 10 seconds, we're going into 3 to 5 again, but I want you to increase that leg speed, 90 to 100 in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So increase it a little bit higher, not so much effort, but more revolutions in those legs. Oh, great leg speed from what I'm seeing, guys, well done. Super. So guys, keep the tummies tight as well. Try not to rock too much. Nice and stable on those saddles. Super. There. This one is 2 minutes, and then we go down into a 90-second interval. Okay. Good work, guys. Super, keep on spinning those legs. Okay. Have a sip of water whenever you need as well. Completely up to you. Okay. Always try and get the fluid in whenever you can. as when the intervals come, there's quite stuff to drink. So, super stuff, everybody. Well done. Coming on 45 seconds. Looking good. So, you can see everyone has recovered nicely from those small little intervals. Great work. There's less than 30 seconds, and then we're coming on to interval 10 already. Well done, guys. Super stuff. Again, I'm at about 90 cadence, just at the upper end of it. Super 10 seconds. Well done, guys. We're going into 3 to 5 RPE this time, 90 seconds. 2, 1, and let's go. 90 seconds, spinning the legs that little bit faster, 95 to 105. Or I should say, yes, 95 to 105. I'm finding some of the RPMs myself a bit tricky to read. So, but guys, the main idea is just whenever I say increase, you spin the legs a bit faster. Don't worry too much about the numbers. It's just for anyone who does want them. But the idea is to increase leg speed as you go throughout the intervals. Don't get bogged down with the numbers. So, well done. Spinning the legs, getting the blood flowing, waking all those muscles up. 45 seconds left. Well done, guys. The next one, do you want to see those legs spinning? 100 to 110. So really working on strong, fast leg spins. Key to this is to really squeeze the tummy, not grip the handlebars too tight. Have your butt on the saddle so that all that's moving is your legs in nice circles, nice and fast. Well done, guys. 15 seconds. Looking strong. So again, we're going in for the 100 to 110, RPE 3 to 5, in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So 100 to 110, butts on the saddle, tummy's tight. My leg speed is just over the 100. Anyone is watching me. So you can see some great leg speed there, guys. Keep it up. So even though the RP is low, still may feel a bit tough, as high cadence might be a new thing for some of you guys, and it is quite tough at the start, but really handy for when you do need to get through tough intervals such as hills, etc. on the road even. Well done. Less than 45 seconds. Super. Really controlled, beautiful work. Spinning. So I'm at 110 now. Anyone's looking, spinning, spinning. Less than 30, guys. Keep it controlled. Well done. The next one, we're going to go up again, 105 to 115 with 15 seconds. Well done. So butts on the saddle, tummy's nice and tight. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Spinning those legs, guys. After this one, we only have a 30-second interval, and then we take it down a notch. So stay with us. 90 seconds at this 105 to 115. If it gets too much with those numbers, just go with as fast as you can, but controlling it. Well done. The legs should be really spinning, spinning. RPE should still be quite low. We should be at the 3 to about 6. Naturally, it will go on the little bit higher as you are pushing a bit more. Well done. I'm at about the 110 again. If anyone's watching my legs, super. Well done, guys, looking strong. Tummy tight. This is a tough one, I have to say. So if you're finding the leg speed hard, don't worry about it. You will get used to it as we progress on. Well done, guys. Coming on 15 seconds. Set. Last real fast leg speed before a little rest. 110 to 120, 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and let's go. For this one, you can click up a gear, 6 to 7. Push it a little bit for this one. Set, guys. Control that breathing. We're almost there on this. 15 seconds. Well done. 2 minutes recovery after. Think about that. 10 seconds. Set. And 5. Well done. 3, 2, 1. Bring that cadence right down. Don't stop. Keep those legs spinning. Take that RPE off. Bring it down to 2 to 3. And relax a bit. Well done, guys. Get your breath back. Everyone's already getting a sip ahead of me. Get that sip of water in. Well done. We don't want to gulp too much. Small little sips throughout. Well done. Super work. Can see everyone has worked. That's what we like to see on a Monday evening. Great work. Super. Oh, we're less than 20 minutes already. Good work. Nice job, guys.
Laura, I was just going to come in there, and now they've got a little bit of a break. And I guess, you know, for those who are completely new or maybe just returning and being back on the bike, and, you know, you've mentioned a few times, oh, this is tough and we're doing the intervals right from the beginning. So like, have you any bit of advice, I guess, for those who, you know, if I was on the bike right now, I might be like, oh God, this is way too hard for me. So what would you say to them?
Yeah, well, I guess, guys, that's the reason for RPE scale, because it's based on your own perceived exertion. So you don't push it any more than you feel you're able. And then when you progress and train over the week, that perceived exertion is going to go down, I should say, and it'll feel a little bit easier at what seems to be hard before. So you just take it nice and easy. If you need a break, I would say take it, but try and keep the legs spinning. One more 6 seconds, guys. 9 to 10, 115. Let's go. Last 6 seconds. That's it. 3, 2, 1. And now we can back off. You almost got away without those 6 seconds. Well done, everyone. So now we are taking it down nice and easy. 2 to 3 RPE, 80 to 90 cadence, 5 minutes. So chill out a little bit. But yeah, guys, take it at your own pace, especially if you are returning. Don't overdo it. That's the worst thing you can do. Got to get back into it slowly. If you're starting, nice and easy. I think the program that was sent to you was really good because you get a rest day after every training day. So it allows you to absorb all the training that you have done. If you don't give yourself that time, it's not going to work. So it's my advice, guys. Take it slow at your own rate and you will get there. Just be a little bit patient with yourself. Sick, guys, good stuff.
So a question has come in here from Sharon, and she's asked, what setting should she put on the Garmin watch?
So again, it's kind of up to you, but do you mean in terms of when you're going out cycling on the road, or are you talking about on the turbo? Just wondering.
And Sharon's got a little dig into me there. She said, this is tough but great, but is Elaine not cycling? So like for those who yeah, I feel I'm the laziest slob of the group. You know, I just sit here and do nothing. But and we've had this conversation before, Laura, haven't we, in terms of like the guilt I feel just sat here while everyone else is sweating. but yeah, it's just not possible for me to be on the bike and then coordinate this, because I guess maybe in the background there's like people emailing going, I can't get in, or I haven't sent, or I've just signed up. So that's what goes on here in the background. But to combat the guilt that I felt in previous programs, I've now programmed my training around this. So I've already been to the gym and done a run today. So I'm trying to feel less guilty by just sat here feeling lazy.
I think you're forgiven then. That's enough exercise.
So Sharon, she said for the Garmin now on the turbo. So if I select cycle, is it not really correct as it's searching for GPS?
Yeah, so you need to go on the indoor version of that, because it's looking for GPS because it wants to go outside. I have the Wahoo, so I can't tell you exactly what you need to press, but there should be a feature that says indoor rides on it, and that will allow it to not use GPS and just upload to your phone or whatever platform you use without any of the maps or anything, if that makes sense. Hope that helps.
Yeah, it should do. Oh, and she said that she's impressed. No, there's no need to be impressed. It's to combat the guilt that I felt in previous programs. That's all it is. So question, is this session 45 or 60? So tonight is just a 45, isn't it? Or is it a 50?
It's about 41. We took about 5 minutes off the start just spinning to kind of explain. The timings they do progress on over the few weeks, but we have kept this one under an hour for the first night just to keep it nice. And I wouldn't even say easy because that was quite tough, but I would say easier duration possibly while we're building up that bit more of endurance, I guess.
Yeah, so there are the next 6 weeks, there is a mix kind of between 45 and 60 minutes depending on the session. So there is a mix of them. Okay, so another thing, this is great. I personally do the cadence about 5 or 10 lower than what you're doing for each interval, as that is what I'm capable of.
Yeah, perfect. That's ideal. You've already said it yourself, so that's what you know you can work at, and that's what we want. Progression over time, or stick with what works for you. But no, it's great you know that, because then you know you're pushing and you know when to back it off a bit. Just have you guys 25 seconds, and then we're getting into the last 13 minutes, spinning the legs, RPE 3 to 5. So a little bit tough, but you should still be able to comfortably spin the legs with this 80 to 90 RPE. And we're going for the last interval in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and last interval, 13 minutes, guys. Just spin those legs. Good stuff.
On that cadence, and this used to come up a lot in the previous program, is that people used to email in or put it into the chat box or ask Laura themselves about that cadence and be like, oh, I can never keep up with Laura on the bike, or this is what I'm doing. And exactly what Laura said there, it's really important that you know your limit and you just stick with that. And that's what's really great, I guess, about these programs, is that it's there as a guidance. So don't kill yourselves and just do what you can. But over time, and this was huge feedback over the last couple of programs, is that people really noticed their cadence increase over the program, but also really noticed the difference when they went out onto the road. So, you know, when you put the effort into it here, and sometimes it may feel, oh, I can't do more, but you might be like, oh, actually, do you know what? I could do maybe 1% more. And I always ask, you know, myself, whether it's my training or when I'm training others, it's like, can you do 1% more? And if you can, even if it's just for, you know, a few seconds, that's going to make a huge difference to your cadence overall. So, yeah, well done.
I would say on that as well, guys, everybody is different in terms of, my legs are long, so I can spin them a little bit faster. So there's so many different factors to it as well. So just think of what you can do at this time. And then I would say trial it again after the 6-week program, see where you're at, because you probably will have improved with that cadence. So it is quite interesting to see as well.
If you guys do have any questions, now is a good time to get it in while it's kind of, I say, chilled for the next 30 minutes as I sit back on the chair.
Yeah, about 10 minutes, guys. So you're doing great. If you have any questions, throw them into the chat. We'll do our best to answer. Well done, guys. Remember, just again, we're at 3 to 5 RPE, 80 to 90 for the last 10 minutes. You've done great on the first session back, I have to say. I'm seeing some nice red faces, nice sweaty faces as well, which is great. It's all about that. And as long as you're enjoying yourselves. Eating before a session, I think I see. Well, me, I tend to go about 90 minutes before a session. But if it's, say, a really tough, hard session, I may kind of go 2.5 hours. But again, that's me personally. A lot of people, they can eat sooner. Some need to go a little bit further. But I would say for a tougher session, go with about the 90 minutes to the hour. I would definitely eat before these, but not too much. Maybe a small snack, small dinner. When you're doing rides, such as endurance rides on the road, try to get a little bit of food in as well, because if you're going longer than the hour, you need a little bit more than just your water. But I would say, yeah, have a little bit of food in the tummy. As we progress over the weeks, it will get a little bit tougher. And again, tonight was a little bit tough, so you may have feel if you didn't eat, you may have wanted to eat. But that's what I do personally, about 90 minutes. I think drink as well, I think. My lens has gotten bad. Drink, yeah. So I would
eating and drinking.
Yeah, I would just have a bit of water really before the session. Sometimes if I need it, I'll coffee or so, but I wouldn't drink too much because I don't want that slushy feeling in my tummy. But I will always have a sip, or a big sip, I should say, every about 15 minutes on the bike. So you want to try and get through at least one bottle over at maximum an hour and a half, I would say. So if you are going out for more than that, you should have 2 bottles worth of drink. But I would say for drinking on the bike, try and get through the full bottle in your session, because you probably realize you are sweating quite a bit. So we need to replace that. I hope I answered that question, Orla. But any more, guys, throw them in.
Orla's just said as well here, in terms of eating and drinking after a session.
Oh, yes. Again, guys, personal preference, what you want to eat. But I would say that you do need to eat straight after the session. I know this came up on the last Bike Like Me. Some really good advice about all you need is a glass of milk, and then obviously your dinner as well after, or whatever you're having. But all the nutrients to replace all that effort you've done, burning those muscles a bit. So glass of milk, a little bit of protein, and get some more kind of glucose, your carbohydrates in. So for me, I'd probably be having dinner, because I do eat a little bit later. I like to save it until after. Some people would have their porridge, slow oats with some milk or something. So it is up to you. But again, yes, eat after the session, because you have burnt those muscles and you want to build them back up again. Perfect. Any other questions, guys, again?
In terms of nutrition there, it's there can normally one question then gets other people asking other questions. But we did have a really great seminar during the last online training program, and I'm gonna see, can I dig that link out and I can send it to everyone. And it was from Sharon Madigan, who is the nutritionist at the Sport Ireland Institute. So she did a really great seminar that I'll try and get sent out to everyone. And that should then hopefully answer a load of questions. A really great question came in, Laura, and I think a lot of especially new people to the sessions will be thankful that somebody has asked this. So what can you do about sore bums on saddles? Because those who are new and they're really struggling. So what advice? Is it a matter of getting used to? Is it the clothing you wear? You know, can you maybe speak about that?
Yeah, of course. I knew this question was coming when you said if someone
I
has
saw the
asked.
smile and I was like, I know exactly that you know. I was going to quiz you and be like, can you guess? It always gets asked.
Okay. Oh, I know. But honestly, guys, it's a great one because when I started cycling, I guess my club was very male dominated, so I didn't want to ask them what do I do. So first thing about clothing wise is with your bib shorts or bib leggings, make sure your chamois, the foamy pad, is nice and thick. So the women's normally are quite thick, but make sure you do get a nice thick pair of ones. Trust me, it doesn't look like a nappy when it's on. As long as it's nice and thick, it will help you. Chamois cream as well is really good because it kind of stops all the chafing that can happen. So if you put some of that on, that's your clothing sorted. Saddle wise.
Just on that, Laura, and
Yeah.
I will do a Q&A kind of FAQ questions for people because this will be this will come up every week about the chamois cream because it's not spelled chamois, right? So I remember when it first came in and then I didn't realize the spelling and I was like, Shamos?
Yeah, it's CHAMOIS. It's a little bit strange, but you'll definitely see it on any cycling shop, or even Wiggle is what I use, and they have it all the time. So on the saddle, guys, if your saddle is hurting you after about 3 rides, then it's not the saddle for you. Because I thought myself for years I'd get used to it, but I did not get used to it. So if it's not working for you, you need another one for sure. What you need to do is ideally get a bike fit, some professionals to kind of help you with the saddles. But if you're kind of experimenting with different saddles and you don't mind trying out a few, I would say measure your sit bones. So what you can do is the 2 sit bones, measure the distance. Those should be touching the saddle and the saddle shouldn't go beyond those, if that makes sense, so that your leg can push down. If the saddle is getting in the way of your leg pushing down, that's where it can be very uncomfortable on the sit bone part. Regards the front part, what I would say is get a little flow channel in the middle of your saddle. So I have a dent in my saddle, but some have a cutout in the middle of the saddle, and it just provides a bit more comfort because I like to tilt forward, get down on the drops, so that allows me to tilt forward. Otherwise, it is very uncomfortable, and you don't want to hurt all your soft tissue because that will cause bruising. So have a look into the saddles that fit you. I would say narrower on the back than maybe some of the unisex saddles. And then I would say have a look at the flow channels in the middle of saddles. And again, just experiment with tilting forward, tilting back, pushing it forward and back, and see what works for you best. But best thing, if you can, is a bike fit. But if not, experiment with different saddles. Don't just be in pain for the sake of it, because you shouldn't have to be. I hope that helps, guys. And we only have 2 minutes of the interview left. So any other questions, please do ask.
Elsie said here that a gel seat cover has helped her.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
The gel seats are quite good. However, when you do go out on longer rides, they mightn't be the best. The saddle should fit you, but if that helps you, stick with it. If it works, stick with it. Well done, guys. "90 seconds, well done. We're almost there. The first week back. And that was 17 intervals this evening, if anyone was counting. It's quite a lot. So big kudos to everybody. Well done. Quick, guys. Coming up on the minute. Super stuff. Sick, guys. Well done. Always try your best to do a nice cool down at the end. Even if you can't stay the full time, allow yourself to spin out those legs after that effort you have put in. Just as important as the warm up and the main set itself. Allow your body time to cool down. We have 45 seconds, guys. Almost there. 6. Well done. Super. Last 30 seconds. Spin in the legs. 6. Remind yourself to keep that tummy tight. Well done, guys. Almost there. We're less than 20. Almost finished the first session. 15 seconds. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Last 10. Stick with it. Last 2. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is our session, guys. Well done. I hope you all enjoyed it. That was some pretty good work. Well done. Sick, guys, well done. I'm going to stay on in case there's any other little questions, but if anyone needs to head off, I think Elaine wants to do a speech about next week, possibly.
Yeah, so I just seen there, Tracy said thanks, and it's great to be back on the Monday evening spins. Yeah, it's great. It's so great to be back. So well done, everybody, for your first session back. So we're here for the next 6 weeks. I will send out the recording tomorrow afternoon around 2 p.m. And if there are any questions between now and next week, and if you don't want to or can't type them in the chat, feel free to email me and I'll collate them and then ask Laura for next week. So well done, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording here, and if there's any other questions, you can bring them in. But well done on week 1.
Well done, guys.